Welcome to the Spederoni podcast.
First episode.
First episode of the Spederoni podcast. And on this podcast, it's basically two speds just mixing in some fucking news and shit. And that's why we call it Spederoni.
Yeah, pretty much.
So every episode, we'll go through a list of ideas of the current news and such, and talk about it, put our own personal 2 cents into it. And that's pretty much it. So let's start off with our first topic.
It's going to be aliens.
Aliens.
Yeah.
Are they real?
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
Oh, yeah.
All
Definitely can't be the only ones
Well,
out here.
yeah, just the size of the fucking universe in general. It's fucking massive.
Oh, yeah. It's like longer than a pizza roll.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, longer than a pizza roll, a little bit. Our galaxy is just one of many. We can't even see the other end of our galaxy. We can only mathematically guess what it looks like. So yeah, it's fucking massive. We can't be the only one. We can have aliens in our own solar system, not like very intelligent species, but microscopic species. We don't know.
Because we haven't been able to explore every
Nook and cranny.
Yeah.
One day we'll figure out. Hopefully by the time that we're fucking old and done with life.
I'll be friends with an alien.
I mean, I'd like to just imagine a hot alien. Imagine marrying a
Four
fucking
titties.
four tit. I'd be down. I'd be down for a 4-titty alien.
Oh, yeah. Four titty alien.
4-titty alien with a tickle ass.
The tickled ass.
All right. Well, that was aliens.
Yeah.
You want to talk about your topic next?
All right, so we're going to be doing... Fuck. I love my speech.
Oh, we'll get better at it as long as we keep going.
We're going to be comparing the NVIDIA 3090 with the AMD RX 6900 XT, the new graphics cards that just came out.
The next gen cards.
Yeah, the ones that are beefy motherfuckers.
And my whole system that I have is all AMD, AMD processor, AMD graphics card. But I will be representing on my computer the GeForce RTX 3090 by NVIDIA.
And I'll be doing the 6900 XT by AMD.
Which hasn't came out yet. We haven't seen any... Well, we've seen benchmarks, but we don't. That's with stock cards. We don't know about overclocking them, how fast we could get them. So we're just going by what information is available. Now, the RTX 3090 has 10,496 CUDA cores. If we can find on the website where it says how many CUDA cores.
It's up here.
Peak performance, game frequency. I mean, they have different measurements of stuff, so it might not be the same exact across the board. In addition to the 10,000 some odd CUDA cores, the memory on the 3090 is almost double what the 6900 XT is, 24 gigabytes of GDDR6, but AMD claims that their 6900 XT has way more efficient architecture to make whatever memory they have on it go a lot faster and smoother.
Yeah, the 6900 XT's memory bandwidth is up to 512 gigabytes a second.
And if I can find on here how fast it is, oh no, I don't see any more through it.
See, with the 6900 XT, it only has GDDR6, while the 3090 has GDDR6X.
Yeah, this AMD claims that it's just the way the architecture is just how fast their graphics card is going to be.
If you ever plan on buying a 6900, you better be getting 1000 watt PSU, because the minimum recommendation is 850.
Yeah, it's going to be drawing a lot of power, so that's already another almost $300 on top of the $1,000 that you're paying.
Yeah, and this boosts up to 2,250 megahertz. This ain't bad.
I've seen a lot of people saying with the 3090 that even a 1,000 watt power supply isn't keeping up with the 3090 very well. So people are going with 1200s or 1250s. So power supplies ain't cheap, including with the graphics cards. It's not going to get any cheaper either.
How many gigaflops did you say yours had?
Gigabytes?
Or gigaflops?
Teraflops?
Yeah.
It doesn't say on the specs list. We're on their websites for each individual card. I'm on Nvidia's website and he's on AMD.
Yeah. AMD CPUs suck.
With overclocking.
Yeah. Intel's where it's at, bud.
Intel can overclock like a fucking champion.
You want an easy build? Get an i5 35
70K.
70K. I don't even know my processor.
I got the Ryzen 9 3900X.
Can't even overclock.
AMD chips are not good for overclocking. Then again, I only have a 500 watt power supply hooked up to the thing, which struggles a lot.
Yeah, well, I got mine up to 4.6 gigahertz.
And mine turbo boost to 4.1.
Yeah.
It's supposed to go to 4.2, but I don't have all of the CPU power points plugged in on the motherboard because my power supply does not support. It's only one 8-pin.
And the 6900 XT is supposed to be launched on December 8th of this year.
It's going to go out of stock as soon as they do.
Yeah,
just like the 3090. Yeah. So far from what I've heard is AMD's got their own version of NVIDIA's DLSS, which is Deep System Learning something, which means you can play a game natively at 1080, but the graphics card has a chip on it which artificial intelligence boosts it up to 4K to where you're running at what you would be at 1080 but playing at 4K.
And 6900 has the AMD RDNA 2 architecture.
Yeah, and
which is supposed to be more powerful.
NVIDIA's architecture is Ampere, which I've heard a lot about the Ampere architecture crashing a lot. I heard at launch, I've seen a lot of people saying that there's crashing issues and you can't overclock, or if it reaches a certain boost clock, it'll shut down. But I don't know. I'm too poor to have one. Wow. The 6900 XT supports Windows 7. That's amazing. DirectX 9, DirectX 11.
With 120 hertz refresh rate at minimum.
4K. 4K, 120 hertz.
That ain't bad.
Ain't bad at all. I think it goes up to 8K at 60 hertz. Or something like that. I don't know. One thing that I don't like about the 3090 is it has its own power cable, which is a 12-pin. They come with the graphics cards, but say if yours broke or something like that, I guess you're just shit out of luck. Which the 6900 XT still goes with the old style 8-pins. It takes 2 8-pins.
Yep.
And I don't know why NVIDIA decided to go with it.
More money?
Yeah, more money. They're pulling an Apple right now. One thing I also saw with the 3090 is how it has a dual fan design, one fan on each side, that the top fan is interfering with AIO hoses, because they'll droop down from the socket and they'll hit the fan and people have to reroute their
AIOs.
Their hose.
Maybe even their whole entire custom loop.
Yeah, if your custom loop gets in the way of it, then you're pretty much screwed. You know, and at this point, it would just be easier to water cool like the graphics card with the CPU.
Yeah, because 3090 is a beefy boy.
It is a beefy boy. It can hold up a whole mini ATX motherboard by itself.
Yeah, I
saw that picture on Instagram. It's fucking massive.
Yeah.
It's like 8 pounds. Lift weights with that motherfucker. Alright, well, there's the 3090 and the AMD 6900 XT. Next thing I want to talk about, we're talking about this in school, is whenever I was a child, I remember there being on Nickelodeon.com this game for Big Time Rush. It was basically a Guitar Hero clone. I can't find any footage of it. I can't find any archive of the game in question. And I don't know. I thought I would bring it up if anybody has those memories. but I just remember there being a game on Nickelodeon that's a Guitar Hero clone for Big Time Rush. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't exist anymore.
It doesn't. Can't find anything.
Nowhere.
I tried looking it up. I can't remember the name of the game. But there is no archive, no photos, nothing on the Nickelodeon website, nothing on the Wikipedia. There's nothing. It's gone. It's off the face of the planet.
Yeah, it just went out and died.
I'd love to play it again just to see how bad it is, but
Do a video on it.
do a video on it, yeah. Them old Nickelodeon games were something else. They were fucking god awful.
I remember playing them.
Oh Lord. All right. Well, that's that. That's all I wanted to talk about. What topic you got next?
Let's talk about gaming setups.
Gaming setups?
Yeah.
Okay. Dream setups or our setups? Or
Our setups.
Our setups. Okay.
What we use to edit in game.
What we use to edit in game. You want to start?
Now you can start.
Okay. Well, you see.
See, I'm gonna leave the best for last.
Oh, best for last now.
Yeah.
Well, I've spent literally all my money on my PC. Whenever I had a job, literally as soon as I got a paycheck, it would go straight towards computer parts. So I've spent a pretty penny on it. The case I have is a Montech ARGB 900. Good, not great. I mean, it's an okay case. It doesn't have a whole lot of space. I mean, if you wanted a custom water cool, I guess you could, but there would be some limitations. It's got good cable management if you had a modular power supply. My motherboard is a ROG B550F, the non-Wi-Fi edition. The Wi-Fi edition was $20 more, and I didn't have $20 at the time.
That's a shame.
Processor, like I said earlier in the podcast, a Ryzen 9 3900X. My graphics card, I bought it recently, a XFX 5500 XT, the Thick 2 Pro. I love how they call it thick. Like literally THICC.
It's got 2 C's.
It's pretty thick. It's a thick boy.
Yeah, it's not a bad card.
The card's fine. Just the only issues is the drivers. Whenever it first launched, it had a lot of issues, but
And you don't have enough power for it.
yeah. My RAM, I have 2 by 16 gigabyte G-Skill Trident Z Neo 3600 megahertz RAM and a 500 watt bronze power supply that I need to upgrade.
All big balls out here.
Yeah, I spent all my money on it. You know, whenever you spend a lot of money, that's what happens.
Yeah.
All right. Want to say your system?
It's a computer.
Well, that's it, boys.
It's got a, earlier, like I was speaking, an i5 3570K in it. And that, you want to overclock, and you want it's a pretty good CPU.
Took a beating.
For how old it is, it still plays games very well.
Modern games, too. Resident Evil 2 Remake, it plays it fine.
Yeah.
Destiny 2.
Destiny 2, 70 to 100 FPS on high settings and 1440.
Mm-hmm. It's still a beast.
Yeah, and I've had that thing up to 4.6 gigahertz, but its age is showing.
Yeah, it is.
And I have a Asus PZ8 or P8Z68-LX motherboard. And you want a motherboard, go with Asus.
Asus is the best.
Yes, Asus, they can take beatings too.
Asus and ASRock.
Yeah, Asus and ASRock.
Those are the best motherboards.
And graphics card is a, what is it? XFX
RX
580.
570.
Yours was a 580.
Yeah, mine was a
570. And I believe it's the overclock edition.
Mm-hmm. It is the OC edition.
Yeah. And it's custom. Done custom painting on it and everything.
And it looks good.
Yeah, that blue.
Hell of a good looking graphics card.
with an 8 gig stick and a 4 gig stick of DDR3 1600 RAM with a 256 gigabyte SSD, and all that combined, it's an old computer, yeah.
Still handles games like a champ, though.
It edits fine, handles games fine, records fine. Now with these MacBooks here, they're a piece of shit.
Yeah, we got these MacBooks for school, and they're $700 laptops, and all they have is a duo core.
Can't even handle editing.
Cannot handle editing at all. Has a stroke up and down every time you try to do anything.
Hey, you wanna know what battery's on? 69.
Nice. I ran a Cinebench R15 on these laptops, and it scored like a 230.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
It's pretty fucking bad.
Yeah.
And
very bad.
It's got Intel 6000 graphics or something like that.
Yeah, 6000
Yeah,
with 1.5 gigabytes of DDR3 VRAM.
And it's garbage. And they're $700 laptops, and they came out only 3 years ago.
Yeah, I know.
And they're garbage. They really are. Like, Macs are meant for editing, and these cannot edit.
I thought these were the 2015 editions.
I thought they were 2017.
No, they are 2017.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 1.8 gigahertz dual core Intel i5
8 gigs of 1600 DDR3.
with 1.5 gigabytes of DDR3 VRAM.
Mm-hmm. They're pretty bad.
Yeah.
I mean, if there was anything that I would change about my system currently is just changing out the power supply for at least a 750 watt, because that 500 watt is struggling with what I have in it now. What about you? What improvements would you make to yours?
Well, right now I'm planning on redoing the whole entire system.
Yeah.
Brand new system. Run DDR4. Might switch over to AMD. Just don't like the idea of not being able to overclock.
I mean, you can. It's just a pain in the ass. And you can't get it very high.
Exactly.
But the processors themselves, the nanometers, kick ass.
But mine kicks ass right now.
Oh, it kicks ass.
I could go with an i9 9900K if I wanted to.
Mm-hmm. And i9 has 10 cores, 20 threads, I think.
Yeah.
And it can overclock to like 6 gigahertz if you have the right motherboard.
Which will be an Ace Rock motherboard.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe one of their Tashashi motherboards.
You should probably go for the Z470 chipset.
Yeah, for overclocking.
That chipset can overclock like a motherfucker.
And cooling would be a Kraken.
NZXT Kraken.
Yeah, 360 millimeter.
Those AIOs are pretty damn good. You can see your temps right on the screen on it.
Well, with the new Cooler Master that came out, the new Cooler Master AIO got released. It isn't completely out yet, but it runs off a different type of cooling.
I know which one you're talking about now.
I think I don't know what's running in it, but people have had temps below 0 Celsius.
It's sub-ambient temperature cooling. That's what it was. It'll keep any chip under like 30 Celsius was like the max somebody got on it.
And running that and running an i9 9900K, I could probably get it up to 6 gigahertz.
Oh yeah, if you had the Z470 chipset motherboard, you'd be able to get it up there.
1000 watt PSU, and I'm thinking 64 gigs of DDR4 RAM. Google can eat it all.
Oh, Google will eat it all. I can promise you that one.
It'll be like, yum yum, food for me? Is this for me?
Yeah, 2 terabytes of RAM we saw from Linus, it can only handle like 1,000 Google Chrome tabs, and that's saying something.
I mean, that's your grandfather right there having 1,000 Google Chrome tabs.
Oh, God.
I don't know how to close tabs.
Yeah. I know a lot of people that will just leave tabs open on tabs on tabs. And then they're like, why is my computer slow? Be like, close Chrome, watch. Just watch your speed
like,
just boost.
I had to keep these pages. It's called a bookmark.
Yeah, just bookmark them. Well, Alrighty. I got a question for you though.
Hmm.
What is your favorite game of all time?
Favorite game?
Mm-hmm. All time. And I want to hear the story behind it and why.
That's a hard one. It'd probably be Minecraft.
Minecraft?
Yeah.
Okay. Any particular reason why?
Well, that's what I started out on my old ass laptop with a dual core. Yeah, Intel dual core, and this was back, gosh, in 2008, 2009, somewhere around there. And seeing Minecraft just looked fun, watching stuff about it. So, got Minecraft and started playing it, and I've had my account ever since. It's just a fun game. They add so much stuff to it, and you can just get into your own world of reality.
Mm-hmm. No matter how many updates they add to Minecraft, it's still relevant.
Yeah. And unless you're talking about Windows 10 Edition or console.
Yeah, if you're talking about Bedrock Edition or Console Edition, you're dead to me. But
yeah, you're more retarded than us.
Yeah, and that's saying something.
Java's where it's at.
All right. I think any person who has known me for any amount of time knows that my favorite game is Sly Cooper.
Yep.
And I've literally written a whole video about it and posted on my channel about why it's my favorite game. Which, that video got a shit ton of positive reception. And, I don't know. It was just amazing. That game will forever be in my heart. There's a special part reserved for it. You know, whenever I die, I want them to cut that piece out of my heart and to put it on, like, the desk of somebody at Sucker Punch. Just be like, here you go, have this. Pretty sure that's not legal, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
It's very not legal.
I'm gonna put it in my will, and then they have to do it.
No, they don't.
My lawyer would be like, bro, what the fuck?
You're like, we can't do this. Be like, I don't care, bitch. Do it.
Do it anyway, bitch. All right, I got one more question for you, though.
All right.
What's your favorite song of all time?
Favorite song?
Mm-hmm.
All right. This is going back way in the days. Way. It's Jump by Van Halen.
Jump?
Yes.
That's your favorite song of all
Yeah.
time? Okay, that ain't a bad song. I mean, obviously not. That song's a fucking classic.
Oh, yeah.
It's fun to play on Guitar Hero.
Oh, yeah.
Hella fun to play on Guitar Hero. I don't know. I thought you were going to say something totally different than Van Halen.
What do you think? I'll say Billy?
No, I didn't think you were going to say Billy.
Lil Peep?
No, not Little Peep. Like an oldie song from like maybe early 2000s or late 2000s, but not
Eminem?
something like that, yeah.
Or, My Chemical Romance, or...
Panic at the Disco.
Panic at the Disco. Well, yeah, they're back in there, but not that back far.
Yeah. They're early 2010s.
I mean, Brandon will still be my favorite.
He's one hunk of a fucking man.
Yeah.
He's a hunk of a man.
I turned gay for him.
I mean, I'd turn gay for a lot of people. Not like a lot of people, but... Okay.
Look, you don't have to come out of the closet on a podcast.
No. Hear me out. I'm going to list a couple people of who I would turn gay for.
Tom Holland.
Tom Holland, obviously, number one. Jim Carrey.
Okay.
John Krasinski.
Okay.
Brandon.
You mean Brendan, not Brandon.
I call him Brandon.
It's Brendan.
I know there's a difference between the two, but...
Get it right, or I'm going to slap you.
Brendan.
There you go.
Okay. And for the fifth one, Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds.
I turned gay for Ryan Reynolds. You're telling me, besides Brendan, there's nobody you turn gay for?
Brendan and Tom.
Tom Holland?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. What are we talking about?
We're talking about favorite songs.
Favorite song. Okay. Yeah. All right. Van Halen, the guitarist, did die recently, though.
Yeah, sadly.
That he lost his battle with cancer, and that was a sad day. I went on Instagram and I saw what's his name? The voice of Joel from The Last of Us, Troy Baker. He posted on his Instagram his condolences, And then I looked it up, and he was like, he died of cancer, and I was like, damn.
Magic not. But what's your favorite song?
I'm gonna have to think about this one.
All right, you got 10 seconds.
You gotta give me more than that. My brain takes 10 seconds to process words in general.
15 seconds.
Give me 25.
All right, 25 seconds.
All right, 25 seconds. If I had to choose from a recent song, it would definitely be one of Billy's. You know me, I'm a fucking diehard Billy fan.
Oh yeah, I know.
I will go to a Billy concert before I die.
You're welcome for that.
Yeah. You showed me Billy, and now I'm into it.
This guy here hated Billy.
I did, because her song Bad Guy got memed to fucking shit. And I was like, oh my god, it's so fucking annoying. And then I actually started listening to her other songs, and I was like, okay, I like this soup. I'm going to eat more of it.
What got him was he seen how thick Billy was.
She told me thick.
That's what got him.
No, that wasn't the only thing. Because we were in the garage, and Billy, whenever Everything I Wanted first came out, there was an advertisement for it. And I was like, oh my fucking god, fuck off, Billy. And you're like, hey, don't talk shit about Billy. And then you turned on one of her songs, and I think it was You Should See Me in a Crown. And I was like, oh, okay, that's pretty good. And then I saw how thick she was, and I was like, whoa, all right, now we're getting somewhere. But Billy just came out with a new song, and that's going to be one of our topics later on down in this episode. Therefore I Am. Fucking great song.
Have you seen the music video?
There's a music video out for it already?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'll have the music video.
I'll have to watch that, but
as soon as it released, music video.
That song, it reminds me of her older songs like See Me in a Crown and Ilo Milo and all that stuff, but it's got a taste of her newer music. What? You're looking at me funny. What?
How the fuck does it remind you of her older songs?
Because it's got that fucking beat to it that it had in her older songs. And it's got like that low rumble from Ilo Milo.
Billy's older songs are the press era.
Yeah, there was like 6 Feet Under.
Slower.
And yeah, but I'm not saying old songs. I'm saying just like, from before she was majorly famous. Like
they were slower.
Yeah, like her first couple songs was like 6 Feet Under and Party Favor, and there's quite a few of them. I can't think of them offhand, but it just reminded me of those songs. But if I were to choose my most favorite song of all time, yeah, it'd still be probably one of Billy's. What you looking up?
So you're telling me 6 Feet Under, 26 title, 26 year, 2016 is the same beat as Therefore I Am.
No. That's not what I was saying.
All right, then which song is the same beat as Therefore I Am?
I wasn't saying it was the same beat. It just reminded me. Okay, you see this this album right here. What album is this?
This is When
We Fall Asleep.
Where Do We Go?
Yeah, it reminded me of Ilo Milo, and a mix of My Strange Addiction and You Should See Me in a Crown, and that came out 2019. Like it's got that
That's her newer songs.
Yeah, it's got that deep low rumble beat.
Yeah,
and I don't know, it's amazing. But as of right now, Therefore I Am is probably my favorite song. I couldn't stop listening to it.
I'll still stick with My Strange Addiction.
My Strange Addiction.
Where's it at?
She had quite
I Don't Want to Be You Anymore.
Yeah.
Don't Smile at Me album from 2017.
She has a lot of fucking good songs.
But we're missing out on someone. The legend, The legend.
The legend?
The legend. Little Peep.
Oh, God.
All right. Just listen to me. Listen me out.
Okay, I'm listening.
Out.
I'm listening.
Fucking amazing.
He's not bad.
Like,
Yeah, he's not bad at all. How does he have albums coming out in 2020?
okay, so he pre-recorded.
He must have pre-recorded a shit
Yeah.
ton of stuff.
He did.
Yeah, because he died in 2017, and he's still coming out with brand new
Like,
stuff.
all these are brand new.
Mm-hmm.
Because Hellboy came out like 3-4 months ago.
And he died 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, he must have pre-recorded like a shit ton. I mean, that's the same thing Juice WRLD did.
Yeah, still Juice WRLD songs unreleased.
Mm-hmm. And the record company won't release them. But they have them out on like Spotify podcasts and stuff like that. That's how you get them on Spotify.
Nope, not anymore.
Not anymore. They took it off.
Yep. The only way you can hear them is probably through YouTube or SoundCloud.
Yeah, 'cause the fucking record company won't take them out. I don't know why.
Who knows?
Anyway, what's your dream PC?
Probably the build I was just talking about.
The build you were just talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go. Sit back and relax.
All right.
This is going to be a long one.
Dream PC. Okay. The case. I don't give a shit about the case. Case doesn't matter to performance. The case I have right now would do just fine. But I would have a ROG Maximus Prime motherboard. A Ryzen 9 5950X, 16 cores, 32 threads, clocked at 5-something gigahertz. I don't know, something like that. With custom loop water cooling, with a AMD 6900 XT, 128 gigs of 3600 speed RAM, G-Skill, 1500 watt power supply, 80 plus platinum, and all the RGB fans you could think of.
All the RGB fans you can think of.
Like, there's fans in places where fans should not be.
Alright, so, can I talk about this?
Mhm.
Song that you hate a lot by Little Peep.
Oh, no.
Yesterday.
Oh, no. It's Wonderwall, but it's not Wonderwall. Look, the reason why I hate it so much, I grew up listening to songs like Wonderwall. So whenever I hear that guitar intro, all I want to hear, my brain wants to hear Wonderwall. And then it's Little Peep singing his own lyrics to the music. And my brain's just like, no. No. It's not happening.
It's like the remix of what's that one song? It's got Kung Fu Fighting.
Kung Fu Fighting and something by Panic.
It's not Panic.
It wasn't Panic?
No.
My Chemical Romance.
No.
I can't remember who it was. Oh, Fall Out Boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I forget what the mashup was. But I absolutely hate it.
Elbow.
All right, well, we done talked about Billy's new song. And that was one of the topics that I wanted to talk about. Anything you want to talk about?
No.
No?
I've finished my ideas.
Alrighty. Well, I guess that's going to be the end of our podcast. Episode 1.
Yeah.
We did it. We completed it.
Can't tell you when the next episode will be.
That is TDB.
Yeah.
To be decided.
Oh, that I meant titties bigger.
Titties bigger downtown.
Yeah.
TDB. All right. Well, now you all have a new meaning for TDB, but we
Titties
will.
bigger door.
Why door?
I don't know, just cause.
One thing, that just reminded me of something. One thing I love is titties slammed against glass.
Oh yeah.
That's nice.
Pretty nice.
All right. That's going to be the end of our podcast. Like Christian said, can't tell you when the next episode is going to be, but whenever it comes out, how about you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, and you'll know whenever it comes out.
Same.
Alrighty. See y'all later.